Well, good afternoon, guys. Final report for the season. As a whole, I think the defense, when you think about it, actually regressed. Offensively, we got a lot better, though there were 3 games, as you know, that basically one we didn't show up, and that was Carolina. The other 2, at least we were competitive. We fought in the other 2. We did not fight against Carolina the whole year. Now, what I think is going to happen regarding coaching changes. I remind everybody in 1998, Bill Miller was fired 2.5 weeks after the bowl game against North Carolina State, which was a win. If you remember that season, Bill Miller's defense gave up 134 points in the final 3 games of that season. Now I fast forward to Blake Baker now and Manny. Manny was fired after a beatdown against BYU where they allowed over 680 yards of offense to BYU, led by Taysom Hill that year. Manny was promptly fired the next day. Now I look at Baker and Manny now. There's got to be one choice, and Baker's got to go. There's no doubt about it. Now, some people I'm seeing on social media are saying Baker's going to survive. There's no way Baker can survive, even last night. But when you give up almost 800 yards of offense to a team like Carolina, and then last night give up another almost 400 plus yards and allow 305 yards passing, and don't get the chain out once, that's an issue. That is a major, major issue. I think Manny will do the right thing. I think Baker's gone for sure. There's no question about it. The only question is, when does Manny pull the trigger? I think Manny pulls the trigger, I would say, after the new year. I think after the new year, I think you'll see Manny finally pull the trigger and get rid of Baker. Now, as for Patke and Rumph, I think Patke might join Banda in Logan as part of Utah State's defensive staff. As for Rumph, I've tried to defend Rumph. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, he's been whiffing on cornerbacks in South Florida too many times now. And while he was good here as a player, as a teacher, the point is you cannot be whiffing on top flight recruits in South Florida, especially at the cornerback position where we are desperately needing bodies there. So I'm going to say, like I said, if I go in a time frame, my gut would say 2.5 weeks from now, probably, like I said, in the new year, I think Manny pulls the trigger and fires Blake Baker as defensive coordinator, and probably does a whole house cleaning on the defensive staff, and we will open the checkbook and try to get a new defensive coordinator, a whole new defensive staff. Let the defensive coordinator hire the staff, and let Manny get out of the way. Let him be a CEO type. So that's my take on it. Give me yours. Happy New Year to one and all, and go Canes.